President Trump's failure in foreign policy. We will address 4 cases in which President Trump has failed to achieve his goals in dealing with some countries. Since his election campaign, President Trump has promised an aggressive policy. When he took power, he practiced this policy against other countries, even against his allies. His policy worked with Mexico, Canada, and Saudi Arabia, what seemed to encourage him to expand it, but he faced tough positions from other countries that failed his policy. 1. Pressure on China. The China-United States trade war is an ongoing economic conflict between the 2 largest economies in the world. President Donald Trump in 2018 began imposing tariffs and other barriers on China, in order to force it to make changes to what the U.S. consider as unfair trade practices like the trade deficit, the intellectual property, and the transfer of American technology to China. In many occasions, Trump said that China want to make a deal with the U.S. However, in his recent tweet, he nearly declared a failure in the negotiation between the U.S. and China, by saying that China-U.S. trade deal could wait until after 2020 election. An indication that China did not comply with American pressures. Fail. 2. Pressure on North Korea. 2017, a tense period between the US and North Korea, when their leaders exchanged insults and threats as North Korea carried out a series of missile and nuclear tests. Less than a year after Trump called Kim Rocket Man and warned that the US will destroy North Korea if it have to defend itself or its allies. In March 2018, Trump accepted an invitation to meet with Kim, and he tweeted that the North Korean leader spoke to South Korean representatives about denuclearization, not just a freeze. After several summits, no real achievement happened on the ground. No denuclearization of North Korea yet happened. Fail. 3. Pressure on Iran. On May 8, 2018, the United States took one sidestep and withdrew from the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action with Iran, imposing sanctions against Iran, as a pressure to add new conditions. He said that he left his phone number with the Swiss for the Iranians to call him. No one called him. May 2019, the U.S. deployed additional military assets to the Gulf region. June 2019, Iran shot down a U.S. Global Hawk surveillance drone, saying that the drone violated Iranian airspace. The U.S. president said that his policy will bring the Iranians to the table for that new deal. Iran refused to negotiate with Washington until the sanctions lifted. Iran reduced its commitment in the nuclear deal gradually, until the other side of the deal fulfill its commitments. Iran stayed strictly committed to the nuclear deal for 1 year, after the US left the deal and violated its terms. Experts said, it is the Trump administration that started this dispute and is responsible for its no solution. Fail. 4. Pressure on Turkey, S-400 missiles deal. Turkey decided to purchase Russian S-400 air defense system. The US and the NATO objected the deal, saying it is not compatible with Western systems. The United States failed to stop Turkey from purchasing S-400 missiles from Russia. The United States decided to suspend Turkey's participation in the F-35 fighter jet program, as a punishment. Despite US warnings and pressures, Russian S-400 missile systems arrived in Turkey. Fail. Watch more videos from this channel. From here and their channel.